One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays. And what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And going right back to Walker.
Ooh, the juke. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks have struck first in this NFC title game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Back to throw. Howell. Throw out wide, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
And Howell will throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Take it at the 37.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7. Now they go play action with Howell. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lockett the man in motion.
Howell from the gun.
Eluding the pressure right.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Got it. Ready?
3rd and 5. 52 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, They knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Glove. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Boye Mafe able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays to go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw now. Here's Love. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Hal down to throw it. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lockett, the motion man right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He's into space past the 25.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Powell.
And Walker has it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Powell, he'll look to throw it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. He may go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Love from the gun on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's returnable now for Smith. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. One last shot before the break. Howell. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Right back to him on first down. Room here to run. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 66 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Lloyd is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Love fires that quickly outside. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, third and goal. Love will sneak it, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now. And that's a heck of a run.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go, here we go.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards for number 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Derek Barnes in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Howell. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Howell out of the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here we go.
Now it's the backup Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On third down, here's Walker. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Hall, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Working out of the gun, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 84 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Hey, is it clear? Someone's up! Someone's up!
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 33 yards. And the Seahawks are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 10. Now Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for two.
The Packers will set up for the two-point conversion.
Love throwing for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, here we go, hey. Someone's up!
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Love now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Love from the gun. Flush to his right. And this pass caught by Gray. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Let's go now.
Going back to Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get it.
He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. One last shot now for Love. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10